Opposition leader David Granger said that his party will continue to fight tooth and nail to ensure that the government is accountable. Granger was speaking at the APNU media briefing. He told the media that the APNU will fight to preserve the authority of the legislative branch against the assault by the executive.
That members of the executive are accountable to the National Assembly for what they do while in office, particularly those who are ministers. And it's a question of accountability that everything that we've done between January and the present time in the National Assembly had to do with making the executive accountable to the legislative branch. Again, it's not a question of personality, it's a question of accountability.
Granger made it clear that the matter in which the parties are involved is in no way to be conceived as a vendetta against any particular person. His comments were made after repeated attempts were made by the Attorney General to challenge the ruling of the Speaker of the National Assembly.
I'm astonished at the vigor with which the executive has been trying to paralyze the National Assembly and prevent us from working. Now, the way the National Assembly is configured, most of the business is government business, but time is provided for private members' bills, and we are considered as private members. But the National Assembly is there as to promote or advance government work. But 4 times this year, the Speaker and myself, we've been brought before the courts by the executive branch. It is the executive branch that is preventing the work that they should be doing, that is governing the country. They are preventing the National Assembly from participating fully in that work. I am satisfied that we are doing our best, but I'm very disappointed that the executive branch is fighting tooth and nail to prevent the National Assembly from performing its function of scrutinizing the actions of the executive.
The APNU leader said that he's satisfied with the opposition's efforts to advance the work of the National Assembly, but was disappointed with the government's action in the National Assembly.
The first is a question of the authority of the National Assembly. Under the Constitution, the Parliament is supreme. The Parliament can make laws, and those laws are enforceable. And we are concerned that whenever the National Assembly or whenever the Parliament makes any ruling, that law, that ruling would be enforceable. We cannot continue to run a country by running to the courts, attempting to paralyze the work of the National Assembly. It is the Assembly, the legislative branch, which under the Constitution is supreme, not the courts, not the executive, the legislative branch.
The opposition passed a no-confidence motion against the Home Affairs Minister Clement Roy following the recent police killing of the 3 protesters at Linden. The government challenged the motion in the court and later withdrew the motion. Reporting for Capital News, Royce Andre.